Virgo, stop absolutely everything you are doing right now, because I need you to understand that what I am about to tell you is not something I say lightly. I have been doing this for a very long time, and I can count on one hand the number of times I have felt energy this volatile, this urgent, this absolutely undeniable. My hands are literally trembling as I bring this through, because the intensity is not fading, it is building, it is pressing, it is demanding to be acknowledged. This is an emergency in the truest sense of the word. Not a warning of danger, but a notification of a shift so massive that you will look back on this moment as the precise turning point where everything in your life rearranged itself. I need you to take a breath, ground yourself, and open your mind, because what is coming towards you is not small, it is not subtle, and it is absolutely not something you can ignore or pretend isn't happening. Before we go any further, I want to acknowledge something that is already stirring inside you as you read these words. That flutter in your chest, that sudden alertness, that sense that something is different right now is not your imagination. Your energy field is picking up on something that is moving towards you with incredible speed and force. This is the kind of energy that wakes you up at night for no reason, the kind that has you thinking about someone right before your phone lights up, the kind that makes the air feel electric and charged with possibility. If you feel this, if something inside you just clicked into a higher state of awareness, please take a moment to support this channel by liking this reading, subscribing, and allowing yourself to stay connected, because these messages have a way of finding exactly the people who need them at exactly the right moment. Your engagement keeps this energy flowing and ensures that you receive the clarity that is meant for you. Now, Virgo, let me tell you what is happening, because this is urgent and it cannot wait. There is someone connected to you, someone from your past, or perhaps someone who has been hovering on the edges of your present, and this person has reached a breaking point. This is not a gentle realization that comes after months of quiet contemplation. This is an explosion of awareness that hit them like a physical force. Something happened recently, and I am being shown a moment where this person was going about their life doing something completely ordinary, and then suddenly everything stopped because your face appeared in their mind, your voice echoed in their ears, your energy washed over them so powerfully that they literally had to sit down. They could not breathe. They could not think. They could not pretend any longer that you were just someone from their past or someone they could easily forget. In that moment, every wall they had built, every excuse they had manufactured, every lie they had told themselves about being over, you crumbled into dust. Virgo, what I need you to understand is that this person has been fighting this. They have been fighting the connection, fighting the memories, fighting the magnetic pull that keeps drawing them back to thoughts of you. They have tried everything to escape what they feel. They have thrown themselves into work, into other relationships, into distractions that they hoped would drown out the constant inner whisper of your name. They have told themselves that you were not that important, that it was just infatuation, that time would heal everything, and they would eventually wake up one day and realize they no longer cared. But Virgo, time has done the opposite. Time has amplified what they feel. Time has proven to them that what exists between you is not something that fades. It is something that deepens. It is something that roots itself into the very fabric of their being and refuses to let go no matter how hard they try to pull it out. This person is now in a state that I can only describe as spiritual panic. They are realizing that they cannot control this, they cannot suppress it, they cannot rationalize it away or convince themselves that it means nothing. The more they try to push you out of their mind, the more aggressively you take up space there. They see you in strangers who vaguely remind them of you. They hear your laugh in crowded rooms. They catch themselves reaching for their phone to text you before remembering that they have no right to contact you, that they lost that privilege, that they walked away or stayed silent or allowed distance to grow between you. And that realization is devastating them because they understand now that they are the architect of their own suffering. They did this to themselves. They created the separation. They chose fear over courage, pride over vulnerability, silence over honesty. And now they are living with the consequences of that choice, and it is destroying them from the inside out. Virgo, what is happening right now in the invisible realms is that this person is building up to something monumental. They are gathering courage. They are rehearsing words. They are trying to figure out how to approach you without making things worse, without pushing you further away, without confirming every fear you might have about their intentions. But here is the thing that I need you to understand. They are terrified. They are more afraid than they have ever been in their entire life because approaching you means risking everything. It means admitting they were wrong. It means acknowledging they hurt you. It means opening themselves up to the possibility that you have moved on, that you no longer care, that you have found someone else who treats you the way you always deserve to be treated. And that possibility is so painful to them that they have been paralyzed by it, frozen in a state of inaction that has only made everything worse. But something has shifted, Virgo. Something has broken through that paralysis. There has been a trigger, a catalyst, a moment that forced them to confront the reality that waiting any longer is not an option. I am seeing that they received information about you, or they witnessed something that made them realize you are slipping away faster than they anticipated. Maybe they heard from a mutual friend that you are doing well, that you are happy, that you have been glowing in a way that suggests you have finally released the weight of whatever happened between you. Or maybe they saw something on social media that showed them a version of you they do not recognize, a version that is thriving, a version that does not need them, a version that has moved on in ways they never expected. And that image, that glimpse of you living your life without them has shaken them to their core because they always thought there would be more time, that you would wait, that they could come back whenever they were ready. Virgo, this person is not ready. They are not prepared. They are not calm or centered or emotionally balanced. They are a mess. They are overwhelmed by feelings they cannot name and fears they cannot articulate. They are obsessing over every memory, replaying every conversation, analyzing every moment they had with you and wondering where they went wrong. They are asking themselves questions that have no easy answers. Why did they wait so long? Why did they let pride get in the way? Why could they not just be honest when it mattered? And those questions are eating them alive, consuming their thoughts, making it impossible for them to focus on anything else. You are living in their head rent-free, and they cannot evict you no matter how hard they try. But Virgo, here is where it gets even more intense. This is not just about them anymore. This is about you and the transformation you have undergone since whatever happened between you. You have changed in ways that they can feel even from a distance. There is something different about your energy, something stronger, something more grounded, something that does not need validation or reassurance or external proof of your worth. You have stepped into a version of yourself that is magnetic in a completely new way. You are no longer chasing, no longer over explaining, no longer trying to convince anyone to see your value. You know your value. You feel it in your bones. And that quiet, unshakable confidence is what is driving this person absolutely insane, because they can feel that they no longer have the upper hand, that you are not waiting by the phone, that you are not desperately hoping for their return. This shift in you is the reason they are moving now. They can sense that the window is closing, that you are becoming unreachable, that the version of you who would have welcomed them back with open arms is gone, and in her place is someone who has boundaries, who has standards, who will not accept anything less than what they deserve. And that version of you is terrifying to them, because it means they have to bring their best self forward. They cannot half step. They cannot send mixed signals. They cannot treat you like an option and expect you to wait around indefinitely. They have to show up fully, honestly, and with absolutely no games. And Virgo, I am being shown that they are preparing to do exactly that. They are preparing to show up in a way that will shock you, that will challenge every assumption you have made about their feelings and their intentions. Now I need to address something that is important for you to understand about the timing of all of this. There is a reason this is happening now, at this exact moment, in this specific phase of your life. The universe does nothing randomly. There is a divine order to everything that unfolds, and what is happening right now has been orchestrated for a very long time. This person needed to go through certain experiences before they could reach the level of clarity they have now. They needed to try and fail with other people. They needed to sit in the discomfort of losing you. They needed to confront their own shadow, their own fears, their own patterns of avoidance and self-sabotage, and they could not have done any of that while they were still in your orbit. They needed distance to see clearly. They needed silence to hear their own heart. They needed separation to understand that what they had with you was not something they could ever replace. Virgo, what I am seeing is that this person has gone through a complete internal revolution. They are not the same person who walked away or who stayed silent or who treated you inconsistently. They have been humbled by life. They have been broken open by regret. They have been forced to look in the mirror and see their own flaws and failures, and they have accepted that they were the problem, not you. This is a person who has done work on themselves, not perfect work, not finished work, but honest work. They have confronted their demons. They have acknowledged their mistakes. They are ready to take accountability in a way they never were before. And that is why what is coming toward you now is different from anything that happened in the past. This is not a repeat of old patterns. This is a new chapter. This is a person who is coming back different. But Virgo, I need to be honest with you about something else. This is going to be overwhelming for you too. When this person comes forward, and they are coming forward very soon, you are going to feel things you did not expect to feel. You might feel anger rise up alongside hope. You might feel resistance even as part of you wants to open your arms. You might feel protective, guarded, skeptical, and that is okay. That is healthy. You have been hurt and your heart has learned to be careful. Do not ignore those protective instincts. They are there for a reason. But also, do not let them close you off completely from something that could be genuinely healing and beautiful. There is a balance to be found between protecting yourself and remaining open to the possibility that people can change and that second chances can sometimes be the most powerful experiences of our lives. What I sense about this person is that they are not coming to you with empty promises or sweet words designed to manipulate you back into their life. They are coming with humility. They are coming with honesty. They are coming with a willingness to answer your questions, to address your concerns, to prove through consistent action that their intentions are real and their feelings are genuine. They know that trust has to be rebuilt slowly, brick by brick. They know that you cannot just erase the past with a single conversation. They are prepared for the long game, Virgo. They are not looking for a quick fix or a temporary reunion. They are looking for something lasting, something real, something that can withstand the storms that life inevitably brings. And here is what I find beautiful about this situation. Your energy has prepared the way for this. Your decision to stop chasing, to stop overthinking, to stop begging for clarity that was not being offered has shifted the entire dynamic. By stepping back and focusing on yourself, by healing your own wounds and raising your own standards, you have created the conditions for this person to finally step up. They are not coming back because you forced them to. They are coming back because they realized on their own what they had and they are terrified of losing it forever. That is the kind of coming back that actually sticks. That is the kind of coming back that leads to something different. That is the kind of coming back that has real potential. Now, I want to speak directly to something I feel weighing on your heart right now. Maybe you have been wondering if you imagined the connection. Maybe you have been questioning your own perceptions, wondering if you read too much into things, if you made it all bigger in your mind than it really was. I need you to know that you did not imagine anything. What you felt was real. The intensity of that connection was not one-sided. The depth of what existed between you was not a fantasy you created to fill an emotional void. It was real and it was significant and it left a mark on both of you that has not faded with time. That is why this person is struggling. That is why they cannot move on. That is why they are coming back. Because they know on some deep level that what you shared was not ordinary. It was not forgettable. It was not something that happens every day. Virgo, there are things this person wants to say to you that they have been carrying for so long. Words they choked back when they had the chance. Confessions they made to themselves in the dark but never had the courage to speak out loud. They want to tell you how much you impacted them, how your presence in their life changed their trajectory, how they think about you at the strangest moments and in the most unexpected ways. They want to apologize, not in a general way, but specifically addressing the moments they know they hurt you, the times they fell short, the ways they failed to be what you needed. They want to explain themselves not as an excuse, but as an attempt to help you understand what was going on inside them that caused them to act the way they did. They want to be seen and known by you in a way they never allowed themselves to be before. And Virgo, what happens next is important. When this person reaches out, and they will reach out, you have a choice. You are not powerless. You are not at the mercy of their timing or their feelings. You get to decide what you want. You get to set the terms. You get to ask for what you need. You get to say no if that is what feels right. You get to say yes if that is what your heart is telling you. But whatever you choose, make sure it comes from a place of alignment with yourself, not from fear of being alone, not from nostalgia for the past, not from pressure to give someone another chance because they finally showed up. Choose from your center, from your strength, from the version of yourself you have worked so hard to become. That is the only way this works. The energy that is building right now is intense. I will not lie to you about that. It is going to feel chaotic at times, confusing, overwhelming. There will be moments where you are not sure what to do or what to say or how to navigate this. That is okay. You do not have to have all the answers right away. You do not have to figure everything out in one conversation. You can take your time. You can ask for space. You can process at your own pace. This person has waited this long. They can wait a little longer while you sort through your own feelings. Do not let their urgency pressure you into moving faster than you are ready to move. Your comfort matters. Your clarity matters. Your boundaries matter. Virgo, I am going to tell you something that I do not say often because it is not always true, but in this case it is. This person is worth at least hearing out. What I am seeing in their energy is genuine. The transformation they have undergone is real. The love they feel is authentic. They are not coming to you with hidden agendas or secret motives. They are coming to you because they have finally understood that you are the one they cannot live without. And that kind of understanding, that kind of clarity, that kind of surrender does not happen by accident. It happens when the universe has done everything it can to show someone what they are losing and they finally wake up to what they have been taking for granted. This is that moment for them. The question is whether it will be that moment for you too. I want you to look back on this reading in the days and weeks to come because you are going to see things unfold that confirm everything I have just told you. You are going to notice signs, synchronicities, moments where the universe seems to be winking at you, reminding you that you are on the right path. Pay attention to those moments. They are not random. They are confirmation that what is happening is not just in your head. Something real is shifting. Something significant is moving. And you are right at the center of it all. Trust that. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Virgo, there is a beautiful future possible here. I do not say that to give you false hope or to set unrealistic expectations. I say it because I can see it, I can feel it, I can sense the potential that exists if both of you are willing to do the work, to be honest, to communicate, to heal the wounds of the past, and build something new on the foundation of what you already share. It is not guaranteed. Nothing in life is, but it is possible, and it is more possible now than it has ever been because both of you are in different places than you were before. You are stronger. They are more aware. The timing is aligning in ways it was not aligned before. This is your moment. This is your opportunity. What you do with it is up to you. I am not going to tell you what to do. That is not my role. My role is to give you the information you need to make your own informed decisions. And the information I have for you today is that something big is coming. Something that will shake you, challenge you, and ultimately offer you the chance to choose what you truly want. Whether that choice involves this person or not, you are going to come out of this stronger than you went in. You are going to know yourself better. You are going to be clearer about what you deserve. You are going to have boundaries that protect your peace and standards that attract the right people into your life. That is the gift of this moment, regardless of how the specifics unfold. If this reading has resonated with you, if you felt that shift inside as you read these words, if something in your chest recognized the truth of what I am sharing, please show your support for this channel. Like this reading so more people can receive the messages they need to hear. Subscribe so you do not miss the clarity that is coming next. Comment below if you have been feeling this energy building in your own life, because connecting with others who are going through the same experience can be so healing and affirming. Your engagement is what keeps these messages flowing and makes it possible for me to continue bringing through this guidance that is so needed right now. And Virgo, before I leave you, I want to leave you with this one final thought. You are not too much. You are not too complicated. You are not too difficult to love. You are exactly what you are meant to be, and the right people will see that, honor that, and show up for that. The ones who cannot handle your depth, your intensity, your beautiful complexity, they are simply not meant to walk beside you. They are meant to pass through, teach you lessons, and make space for those who can truly hold what you carry. This person might be that one, they might not. But either way, you are exactly where you need to be, and everything that is unfolding for your highest good. Trust that, rest in that, keep your heart open, but your eyes wide, and watch what the universe brings to your doorstep. It is going to be remarkable.